taking you back to my first agenda, which is letting people know that scholarship opportunities do exist, I thought of incorporating people who have successfully acquired their scholarships, so that I can let people know that scholarship opportunities are real and not scam as many people know. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your love and support. If you're new here, welcome to the family and please click the subscribe button. I have good news for you. My previous scholarship vlog has already reached out to 10 people. It feels so good doing something that gives you positive energy. So I'm back again with my second part of the scholarship. As I had said in my previous video that I'll be covering my first scholarship agenda in 3 parts, I'm back with the second part. But before I get straight to it, I want to clarify something on my previous video. For postgraduate applicants, second class upper division is the minimum requirement. However, second class lower division is also considered if you have enough work experience. Undergraduate or bachelor's degree requirements include minimum academic qualification, admission letter, motivational letter, supporting documents, reference letter and language tests. Back to the second part of the scholarship vlog, and as I had mentioned, I'm going to incorporate participants from different scholarships who are going to share their experiences. I'll first begin by sharing my journey or experience, then attach their videos. My scholarship journey. I'm a DAAD scholar. DAAD is a German abbreviation of a German Academic Exchange Service. And it's a scholarship that is targeting students from developing countries to study either in Germany, in country, or in region. Okay, by saying DAAD in country, I mean you studying in your own country, in your own home country. And DAAD in region, I mean, for example, I'm a Kenyan, I'm sponsored to study in Nigeria or Cameroon, etc. Then, okay, in Germany, of course, you know, like I'm a Kenyan or a Ugandan, but I'm studying in Germany. So yeah, those are just some different types of DAAD scholarship. So for my case, I'm a DAAD in country scholar. And for DAAD in country, as I had mentioned, your coursework is in your country, like in a host university in your country. For my case, JKUAT is my host university. Then you have an opportunity to go for a research year and summer school in Germany. So my journey, before I got this scholarship, I had applied for so many scholarships which were unsuccessful. For instance, I think approximately 9 scholarships. But then I never gave up. I kept on pushing on. But as I was almost giving up, then a friend came in. Okay, before that, I had learned about DAAD on scholarship positions. It's always like it's a common scholarship website search. So I had learned about it there, but then a friend came in who like gave me a confirmatory that DAAD is a real thing, it's not a scam. So, and I have to appreciate him. He's called Wahid. Oh, he's Dr. Abraham Wahid. Thank you so much where you are. You've really impacted positively to my life. So I went into detail and decided to apply for this scholarship. Being that I was applying for DAAD in country, it wasn't so, like I can say it's among the easiest scholarship you can ever apply to. It didn't have a lot of requirements. I just needed to have admission letter that from my host university. So like I had to apply to JKUAT. After acquiring my admission letter, I now proceeded to applying for this scholarship. Okay, all the requirements that I had mentioned in my previous video will come in. Like, okay, you just refer to whatever. Like, I can't go into details, but I'll create time and explain much about the DAAD scholarship. I'll just have one whole vlog on the DAAD scholarship, so don't worry about that. Apply for DAAD. It has a lot of benefits. For instance, they pay full tuition for you. There's also research allowance, and also they'll give you monthly stipends. You have an opportunity to go for research training seminars. For instance, we went to Emory and it was really a 1 week full of fun and full of connections. Yeah, I can say it's a good thing. And also you have an opportunity to go for a research year and at summer school. Yeah, of course, you saw from my previous video I had shared my stay in Germany. It's just a good thing. So guys, please apply for DAAD scholarship. I'm going to attach links to DAAD to this scholarship, and in case of any question, I'm just a call away.
Hi guys, my name is Agnes Meroka, and I'd like to tell you about two scholarships that I benefited from. The first one is the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship, and the second one is the Warwick Postgraduate Scholarship. So I got the Commonwealth Shared Scholarship to pursue my master's studies at the University of Warwick, and how I got to know about it is after I had applied for admission for their master's program in international development law and human rights, they sent me back a list of scholarships that I was eligible for, and they asked me to apply. And to put in my application, what I needed were 2 reference letters from my faculty at the University of Nairobi, where I studied for my undergraduate. I also needed to write a motivational essay just explaining why I needed the scholarship and how I would benefit from that funding, and also how I would impact my community. And then I also needed to show through my transcripts that I had done well during my undergraduate studies. So those are the 3 key things that I needed. And it was a good scholarship. It covered my flights to the UK and back to Kenya. It covered my tuition fees, and it also covered a grant for books, a laptop, and warm clothing, and also a monthly stipend. For the Warwick Postgraduate Scholarship, this is the funding that I got to pursue my PhD studies. And how I got to know about it is, again, I applied for admission for PhD studies at the University of Warwick, the School of Law. And they again sent me a list of scholarships that I was eligible for. And the one that I got is Warwick Postgraduate Scholarship that covered part of my tuition fees, not the full tuition fees, and monthly stipend. It was also a very good scholarship because through the monthly stipend, I could top up to pay the difference in the fees that was not covered through the scholarship. So what I needed to apply for the Warwick Postgraduate Scholarship again was my research proposal for my PhD, what I wanted to research on, some reference letters, 2 reference letters, one from my undergraduate faculty at the University of Nairobi, and one from my master's faculty at the University of Warwick. I also still needed to write a motivational letter. So I would encourage you to apply for scholarships. How you get to know about scholarships is by doing research. You will get to know about what is available out there. Just search on the internet and talk to your faculty members. Actually, that is how I got to know about the University of Warwick, is by talking to my lecturers at undergraduate at the University of Nairobi School of Law. And they gave me a lot of information about good schools for where I could pursue my master's, and they also told me about scholarships that are out there. And I also searched the internet to find information that I needed. So that is how you get to know about what is out there. Thank you, and I wish you all the very best. Bye bye.
Oh, hello guys, I'm Emmanuel Ayua, currently doing PhD in food science in the US. I must say the journey for getting a scholarship has been full of ups and downs. In the initial time, I tried really several scholarships, but I couldn't get none. Then through the help of my undergraduate supervisor, I got a domestic scholarship within Kenya. So after completion of my master's, then through this master's scholarship, I was able to get a PhD scholarship in the US to study under the feed the future innovation lab. The requirements were that I needed to get an admission letter in a US university. I also needed to do GRE and TOEFL tests. The benefits of this scholarship are many. One, they cover all my fees and subsistence allowance. I also able to do research both in Kenya and in the US. I've also been able to really get exposed to some good labs, and I've gotten some good data that I've been able to present both international and local conferences. I would encourage those looking for scholarships never to lose hope, and also to try talking to people who have gotten scholarships before. In my case was a different because of the good working relationships we had with my advisor at master's level. That made me to be linked to the PhD scholarship. So I want to encourage you that if you get an opportunity, try putting in your best. That could open up other avenues for you to get other good things. And for the young people trying to look for scholarships, just keep working, reach out to friends, reach out to maybe people who work in organizations that could have an idea of what to do. And thank you all, and good luck.
Hi guys, my name is Anjuro. I'm Kenyan and currently in the Netherlands. I got admitted to school here in the Netherlands in 2017 and graduated last year in March. I'm going to talk to you about the scholarship that got me here. The name is NFP, Netherlands Fellowship Program, but it's changed its name to Orange Knowledge Program. I heard about it from my lecturer in JQuat back then, but I didn't apply until 2016, end of 2016. So the program is specific to geoinformation sciences and earth observation courses, including environmental science, natural resource management, land management, and etc. People who are in the geoinformation science field will understand. So the first thing you needed to do is get admitted to the school. The specific school is ITC. It's a faculty in University of Twente. So for the admission, you needed to have a CV, your transcripts, to prove English proficiency, and a motivation letter. When you get admitted, the school then pre-nominates you for this specific scholarship, the NFP. For the pre-nomination, you just needed to do two things: have a motivation letter and an employer statement. The motivation letter is guided, like they give you guidelines of 3 points they need you to cover when justifying why you need the scholarship. Then number 2, it's an employer statement. You must be employed or have an employer who will, write for you the employer statement. It also is guided, so you just need to tick and sign and say this is what you've agreed to before letting your employee go to study. The scholarship is quite comprehensive. It covers everything from flights, insurance, monthly stipend, your thesis if you're in the natural resource management program, and also pretty much. So for more information, there are links and websites and also friends who would guide you into getting it right. Okay, bye.
Hello guys, so my name is Patrick Juma. I'm currently a PhD student at Okayama University under Japanese government scholarship, also known as MEXT scholarship. So I got to know about the MEXT scholarship through my previous supervisor at JQuat. So the MEXT scholarship has 4 categories. There's a category called research student category, which covers masters and PhD students. It has an undergraduate category, a higher diploma category, and also diploma category. I'll only talk about such student category, and particularly PhD student. So for PhD student application, one needs to do the application form. They also need to do a concept note, 10 to 15 page, and then we need those to reference letters. Reference letters can be done by previous employer and also previous supervisor and so on and so forth. And also they need to do certification of their academic documents. So after that, then this document or the documents should be submitted to the Japanese embassy. The scholarship makes one call per year, annual call, and the call is around May, and the call is always advertised in the Japanese embassy website. So anybody who's interested in the scholarship, check in the Japanese embassy website. They will find a lot of details concerning the different times, the requirements. They also get the form for application. Another important part is in terms of the coverage of the scholarship. The scholarship covers student living allowance, and it also covers the tuition fee, and also covers flight expenses. And lastly, for those who are applying for scholarships, my advice would be not stick to one particular scholarship, but broaden your application, and also as a way of minimizing risk of not getting a scholar, losing out of scholarships. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Pearl Oriel Perumal and I am a Master's candidate for Biomedical Forensic Sciences in South Africa. I am also a NRF DAAD scholar. The NRF refers to the National Research Foundation, which is an independent South African government agency that supports research through the provision of funding. I had first learnt of the NRF when I decided to pursue my postgraduate studies, as most of the academic staff really encourage students to apply for these type of funding opportunities. There are multiple NRF awards that exist. However, the one that I currently hold is jointly awarded with the DAAD. This is the German Academic Exchange Service. It is offered to full-time master's and PhD students in all disciplines at university level. It's important to note that securing a scholarship isn't a walk in the park. It's a very cumbersome process, and it requires a lot of admin, solid writing, as well as motivation. It's a very competitive field, and you're not guaranteed a scholarship even if you are a stellar student. I myself did not receive many scholarships that I applied to in the past. However, don't ever let this dampen your spirits or see this as a failure, and never give up. Rather, use this as a learning experience and use it as motivation to continue applying. Although good grades are an important factor, it's not the only determining factor when it comes to a scholarship. Various scholarships have differing eligibility criteria, so it's important to know what this really is. It's also important to not limit yourself to one scholarship. Apply for a range of scholarships, as this doesn't limit your chances and also nets in a higher probability of a good return. For the scholarship that I hold, the requirements were that you had to be a South African citizen or hold permanent residency here. You had to have good grades or a good academic record. You had to motivate why you are deserving of the scholarship. You had to know your research framework really well and how it's going to better or improve communities, whether it's through sustainability, development, innovation, etc. The benefits of this particular scholarship is that you are eligible to apply for a short-term research stay between 3 to 6 months in Germany, or you can also apply for a 1-month funded summer school program, which I had the pleasure of experiencing last year. It was a phenomenal experience and I learned a lot and met so many amazing people. So shout out to the Earth family of 2019. Besides this, your full tuition is covered as well as your living expenses, and you also receive a stipend. With this scholarship, it's helped me out financially, allowed me to live independently, allowed me to travel and learn about the German culture. It also increased my skill set as well as enhanced my perspective on academic research. I know that you can achieve this and so much more as well. So all the best and keep the optimism high. Bye.
Hey guys, my name is Dennis Waswa, and I'm from Kenya, western part of Kenya, from Bungoma. Yeah, so currently I'm a PhD student at Louisiana State University in the US, and doing a PhD in English literature. But before I started doing my PhD, I was a Fulbright scholar. So currently I'm a Fulbright scholar too. And I was a Fulbright scholar at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, and that was in 2017 and 2018. So why am I here? I'm here to talk a little bit about the Fulbright scholarship and just give us a few details on what Fulbright scholarship is and how can one end up securing that particular scholarship. I'll mention a bit about the requirements and the benefits of the Fulbright scholarship. Well, how did I know about Fulbright scholarship? So I'll say I learned about Fulbright scholarship from 3 sources. One, I learned about it from my friends who are currently Fulbright scholars, who are previously Fulbright scholars. I have friends who have benefited from the program, and they shared with me news about it and how to apply for it, and that's why I'm sharing with you guys about the program too. I also learned about it from my professors at the University of Nairobi, because I did my BA at the University of Nairobi, and so some of my professors were beneficiaries of Fulbright scholarship, and they shared with me about it. And just to mention, one of them is called Professor Moseli. She was a Fulbright scholar, and so she mentioned to me about it, and I had to do more research about it. And also I did my online research to just find out about what is Fulbright scholarship and how does one acquire it. And so there are various requirements that one needs to accomplish in order to be selected for Fulbright scholarship, and I'm gonna mention a number of those particular requirements. One, I should begin by mentioning that Fulbright is a very lucrative and a very luxurious scholarship that one can get, and once you become a Fulbright scholar, you'll always be a Fulbrighter for the rest of your life. And so what are some of the requirements for Fulbright scholarship? One, I'll begin by saying that Fulbright scholarship requires a vigorous, about a year or so application process. So from the time you are starting to apply to the time when you're sure that you are traveling to the US for as a Fulbright awardee, it takes about a year or so. And so you have to apply online. Once you know about the scholarship, it's always the application is always open in March, and so between March and May you apply within those 3 months, and then you submit your application, and then it is reviewed, and then once you're successful, then they will call you for interview at the US Embassy in Nairobi. And also the application is on the US Embassy in Nairobi website, so just Google Fulbright scholarship in Kenya, and then it will take you to the US Embassy website, and then you'll see some of the requirements I mentioned there, and also they always tell you when it is open and when it's not open, so go check out for it. Also, another requirement is you require 2 recommendation letters, and so you need to look for 2 people to recommend you for the program. And I always advise people to kind of like use your professors who have taught you before. They already know about you, they already know about your educational, your academic, your co-curricular, and your leadership abilities, and so it is easier for them to write a very strong recommendation letter for you. Or you can also ask someone who has been your boss before, like you have been your manager, your supervisor, or something like that. Another requirement is you require 2 essays. So in the application process, they will ask you to write 2 essays, and those essays are just like they want to know why do you think you are a fit candidate for the program, and how is that particular program going to benefit you and your society after you are done with the program. Another requirement is that you must be a teacher of English and literature, and so you must have done a BA in English literature for you to qualify for this particular program that I was awarded. It's called, so the Fulbright scholarship that I was awarded is called Fulbright FLTA, which in full is Fulbright Foreign Language Teachers Assistantship. And so in this program, once you're awarded, you come to the US to teach Swahili as a foreign language. So you must be a native speaker of Swahili, definitely, for you to teach Swahili. And then also you need to do TOEFL exam, TOEFL. So you will, once you're selected and you're shortlisted, the US Embassy in Nairobi will pay for you to do the TOEFL exam. But lastly, before I leave, I'll talk a little bit about the benefits of Fulbright scholarship. One is that your visa get paid. So the US Embassy in Nairobi pays for your visa, so you don't spend anything in terms of visa application fee, and they'll give you the visa when you're almost about to travel. Then you'll be given the ticket to and from the US once you are selected. Then once you get to the US, you get a stipend, you get free accommodation, and you get health insurance in case the university doesn't offer. Then they will give you a stipend to pay for the health insurance. Also, you will study, and therefore you'll take classes on credit or audit, and your tuition is paid for by the university you're teaching in or by the US State Department. Then some universities also provide travel awards in case you want to travel to various conferences and present papers. So they'll pay for your travels and also give you some allowance for that. You also get a stipend, I mentioned, and so the stipend is good, and so you'll be able to do everything. You'll not spend a single cent to as you are progressing with this particular scholarship. So that's all about Fulbright scholarship that I wanted to share with you guys, and I will encourage all of you to apply. But in case you have any questions, just shoot on the comments below and we'll be able to answer them. Otherwise, thank you and all the best. Bye bye.
Hi guys, my name is Bernard Osangir, and I'm a Kenyan and a student in Hasselt University in Belgium. I'm pursuing my master's in statistics and data science, specializing with biostatistics. And previously I was a student in Jomo Kenyatta University, JKUAT, pursuing my bachelor's in mathematics, statistics major, and computer science. Then I was working with a clinical research center in Kenya, and this one gave me an exposure on pursuing biostatistics, and I chose to come in Belgium. I will tell you why I chose Hasselt University and how you can find your way here. So first, Hasselt University is a very competitive and well-known university in Belgium and in the world. And I can say that, okay, this is not a promotion, but I can say that the programs here, for example, Masters of Statistics, is offered in English, and this program combines the solid principles in statistics and modern data science, and with more focus on application of life sciences, for example, clinical trials, genomics, epidemiology, public health, and others. And for specialization, there are specialization like biostatistics, bioinformatics, quantitative epidemiology, and data science. Yeah, all this specialization is basically a basis of data science, but first you have to, there's more emphasis on other specialization. So this program is quite unique in a sense that it offers statistical education and with good sense of general data science, and also offers specialization in very sound understanding of importance of concepts and solutions. So as I said earlier, is that in order to meet the number of students who want to this program. There are other there are different programs like on campus. You can follow on campus, you can do distance learning, and you can also do a shortened program. So for me, I got here because I got a scholarship of under the FLIR, which is also sponsoring only 12 students who are interested in pursuing Masters of Statistics, and we are given stipend, which is good enough to support us to the life here, and you can actually even support probably your family back there if they were your beneficiaries. And I can also say you get exposed to so many opportunities here, and thereafter you can even think of doing what you really want to do in future. You can pursue a PhD, you can go also enforce more of your knowledge to the society and be productive. How to get this scholarship? There are several links. You can visit a link in FLIR scholarship, and also you can also visit Hasselt University website and get more information. So how you can get this scholarship? You can apply online, then send the documents. What is required? There are simple instructions for you to apply for this program. First, you need to have English test, because Belgium is majorly Dutch, French and German speakers, and few English. So English is really of importance to be here. So you need to do English test. You also need a certified transcript from your universities, recommendation from your professors, and if you are working from your employer. And all the process and procedures are clearly stipulated, and you can follow them. And I really hope that you can find this important, and also if you want to pursue other courses, you can actually see them in the FLIR scholarship platform website, and you can actually find it interesting maybe to do this. So I wish you all the best, and if you want to go for it, go for it. Have a nice time.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm called Wordy. I work for a think tank called the African Policy Center based in Nairobi, Kenya. I'm in charge of research, policy and evaluation. I did apply for and get the Commonwealth Scholarship, which was a joint scholarship funded together by the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission and the Aga Khan Foundation. I did learn about this scholarship in one of the daily newspapers in Kenya, and interestingly, it was the last day, the deadline for the applications, and I was really worried, am I really going to make it or what? And then I looked at the requirements, the certificates that were the required people to submit in the application, and luckily enough I had soft copies of all my certificates. So I simply went to a printer and produced copies, which I attached together with the application and submitted to the Aga Khan Foundation offices based in Nairobi, Kenya. After the long selection process, I received a letter confirming that I had indeed been accepted for the scholarship, and the scholarship came together with an admission for a master's degree program at the University of London's Institute of Education. So I did, after getting the scholarship, part of the scholarship was for online learning, and then the other part was for face-to-face learning in London. So I did 1.5 years of learning online. The scholarship pays for the tuition fees, as well as during the face-to-face session in London for 4 months. The scholarship was taking care of the tuition fees as well as our accommodation money. We got some stipend which did take care of our accommodation, meals and textbooks. So it's really a good scholarship that you need to look at the website, the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission website. Also visit Aga Khan Scholarship Foundation website, where they have a whole list of scholarships that they do jointly with other scholarship bodies. And also, it does no harm to visit the Chevening scholarships page. Thank you.
So guys, I hope this information will be of help to you. I've attached links to official websites of all the mentioned scholarships in the description. Apply to as many scholarships as you can. Never give up, always be persistent. And thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching, of course. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share widely, and see you in my next video. I love you guys. Mwah!